10.3, finding the area of a regular polygon. We have to review what a regular polygon is. Regular polygon means they have congruent sides and congruent angles, so they're all the same. What I want you to do is write down what an apothem is, and I want you to draw this picture in your notebook. And I'm going to go over this. The apothem is in a regular polygon, and that is always going to be starting from the center of your polygon, and it's perpendicular to the sides. So it's not at a corner. It is perpendicular to the sides. So in this case, an apothem is going to be perpendicular to the sides. Now, if I'm going to be labeling this picture, the first thing is this dot right here. That dot is always going to be the center, because the apothem has to start at the center of your. Now when I look at this red line right here, it starts at the center and it goes down and it touches the side and it creates this 90-degree angle. So this would right here would be my apothem. So this last one, this blue, would just be a side length of your regular polygon. And you have to know all of those things when we're dealing with the area. In this picture, I have to figure out what are all the angles here. Well, first thing I have to do is figure out how many sides do I have. So if I were to count the sides, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So n here is going to be equal to 6. Now in any regular polygon at the center, you can figure out what all of these angles are, because all these angles will be congruent, because all the sides are going to be congruent. And if I look at this, I drew in all my congruent pictures, and it kind of creates a circle. So if you remember, a circle always has 360 degrees. So if I know my side lengths, I can figure out what my center circle is. My central angle is. Central angle means that's the angle that is created at the center of my point. So looking for angle 1. So I'm going to do 360 divided by 6, because that's how many sides, or that's how many angles I have, and that would give me 60 degrees. So angle 1 is going to give me 60 degrees. Now if I also look at this picture, this right here is my apothem, because it starts at the center and it goes straight down to my side. That means it's going to create my 90-degree angle. Your apothem will always cut your center angle, so like angle 1, or this angle right here, in half. So if I'm looking for angle 3, that's going to be my central angle divided by 2, which is going to be equal to 30 degrees. So I know angle 3 is 30 degrees. Now if I zoom in on just the right triangle right here, I found angle 3 to be 30, and this is 90. So to figure out my angle 2, I could do 180 minus 30 plus 90, because all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So angle 2 would be equal to 60 degrees. So those would be my 3 angles using my central angle. Again, my central angle are the angles that are created with the center of your regular polygon. So now what is the formula for area of a regular polygon? It's this guy right here. So make sure you write that down. When you write that down, you should have A is going to be equal to your apothem. So make sure you write down what A is equal to. P is equal to your perimeter. Because really what you're doing is, in this picture, let's say we're going to find the area of this regular octagon. If I were to draw a triangle, this would be like base times height times 1/2. So in this case, it would be 1/2 times my height times my base. Now the reason we have to multiply by my perimeter, because if I just did 1/2 times my apothem, that would just give me one triangle. Timesing it by my perimeter would be multiplying that by all of the different triangles that are in this picture. So that's why we have to make sure to add up all the side lengths to get the perimeter. So in this part, I would first label what is your A. My A here is equal to 14.5. because that's the length that starts at my center and creates a 90-degree angle. And then my P here is equal to, octagon has 8 sides, so I'm going to have 8 times 12, which would be 96. So if I'm going to solve this, my area is equal to 1/2 times my apothem times my perimeter. Again, perimeter should always be the total length around the shape. And I will get 696, and my units is centimeters, and area is always squared. Make sure you wrote down all of those notes. If you did not, go back and write them down, and especially this last problem. I will be looking for that problem on your notes. Have a wonderful day.